Hey, oh, hey, grand rising, good afternoon, good day, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are, welcome to my channel, you guys. Oh my goodness. It's given Timeless by The Weeknd and Playboy Cardi. Did y'all have lucid dreams last night too? Dream world is popping. I woke up on my Roman flow today. One of my alternate lives is lived in Rome in the days of the Colosseum. I think we're gonna bring it back. Timeless, that song, that's my shit. Ever since I was a jit, I've been the shit. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Do you know who you are in your other timelines? In all of my timelines, I am the shit. Could that be? Could that be? Well, I have so many haters following me. I don't know. Let's get some runes out here. Ingus for true love. Do you love yourself? Because that's the greatest love of all. I mean that. I really do. Othila for the ancestors. I think that might be my favorite rune. Do you see how those runes mirror each other? You see how like Ingus for fertility or like harmony in life is literally like made up of Othila, like the ancestral inheritance, right? I love it. I love runes for that. And Algiz, protection, divine protection, sanctuary. What did I tell you in that last reading? God loved you. God says you are his. Hers, theirs. I believe God is a they, them, by the way. Personally. Because Source both created and manifested. You heard? And that's the mother truth. Hello, Ma'at, my love. Eternal gratitude for Ma'at. Eternal praises to Ra. Eternal gratitude for Ma'at. Eternal praises to Ra. Eternal gratitude for Ma'at. Ma'at is here to remind us that our best life is lived when we tell the truth, first to ourselves and then to others. See, if you lie to yourself about something, you are always going to lie to other people, okay? And you start telling lies, you're going to believe them, and your life is going to look like the lies that you tell. Ma'at is a very, very serious lesson. As a matter of fact, Ma'at was the religion of ancient Kemet. That was the religion. I think today we call it radical honesty. But I've seen people practice radical honesty in this day and age in a very irresponsible way. Ma'at and Kemet was practiced responsibly. One, it was how everyone was raised. Like there's no connection without Ma'at. There's no life without Ma'at. There's no breath without Ma'at. Ma'at is there at the beginning and at the end. You understand? Ma'at is who's weighing your heart against the feather on the scale. So, you know, that's what it is. Yep. Look at that. 24, 25. Galactic mushroom. Love to see it. Garden of Venus, baby. I got a mountain out here, but I feel like that is past energy. Let me see. Give me one more. I feel like mountain is past energy. Dang, y'all. What the hell y'all got going on? Shoot, man. One ring circus and encouragement? What the hell? What in the Sam Hill? All right, let's get it. What is today? Where we at? We're Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. December 19th. Oh, right. Okay. Here for it. Hey guys, I'm taking the kids to one of those Christmas lights tonight. I think it's like 1,000,000 lights. Have you guys done that? One of those things. I'll probably put pictures on the gram later because I love Christmas lights. So do the kids. They're my kids, so you know they love Christmas lights. That's how we do it. Should we get some medicine out here, or are we just going to do these oracles? Let's do these oracles. Let's see what's up. Ma'at is 31, giving us the number 4. 4 is a number of structure and foundation. We have 25 and 24, 15 and 54. The numbers 5 and 4. You guys, here they are. That gives us the number 6, the number 9. Somebody said 3-6 Mafia. I did tell you guys my ancestors are thugs, right? Okay. So when my spirit team come through, they're rowdy. My team is rowdy. You guys, rowdy. I've always been, I literally have always been this shit. In all my alternate lives, I'm either like, I'm a captain of a pirate ship in one life. Most of my other lives, I have some type of title where I sit on a throne. But in every single one of those lives, I'm also a warrior. Okay? In this realm, I'm a spiritual warrior. I have some fighting training, right? And some skills between Krav Maga. I'm currently in Taekwondo. But it's not the same in this realm as it is in other realms. You understand. If you don't, you will soon. I'm going to start with Ma'at. Without Ma'at, nothing would be possible. Ashe. There's a great power in telling the truth and allowing it to lead you to higher ground. It's only when we refuse to see the reality of a situation that we lose our power to co-create for the highest good. The Egyptian goddess Ma'at comes to remind you that if you're willing to do a fearless self-inventory and live authentically with rigorous honesty, it will lead you to great success in all areas of your life. Being completely transparent with others, although it might at first feel too vulnerable, is exactly what you need to do now. When you do this, you'll be flooded with the power to claim and experience a new freedom and a new happiness that will pour over your life like a wild, sweet honey. Your life is exactly where it needs to be. This is a wonderful time of empowered choice making. You are doing all the right things if you follow the invitation of Ma'at to live fearlessly in truth. As the arbiter of balance and divine order, she reminds you of the great value of this way of being. Yeah. Like, there really is no life outside of Ma'at. Do you understand that? If you are not living in truth, there's no balance, there's no power, you're not living, you're existing. I think it really is that simple. I think we like to make it complicated, but it's actually not complicated at all. It's not. We want it to be so we can have our justifications and excuses let us off the hook, but you're never let off the hook. You are never let off the hook. When you think you're being let off the hook, you're actually just being disempowered. You're actually just experiencing a loss of power. And because you didn't have to go through that thing that caused you so much anxiety or fear or discomfort, whatever it is, you're like, oh, okay, well, I didn't have to go through that. Okay. But you will go through it in another way at another time. That's how the universe works. You're always going to get that lesson. And you might think, okay, well, I don't have to do it that way. No, you don't. You really don't. You do have free will. But you will get that lesson somehow. And chances are, when the lesson comes back around, it's going to be in a way more uncomfortable manner than it would have been originally. That's Ma'at. The balance has to come. And when you choose to not take a lesson as it's offered to you, right? When you choose to, I'm going to keep saying let yourself off the hook because that's how it's coming up. When you choose that, you create a greater imbalance. So to bring balance back into your life and back into the universe around you, because we're all connected, hello, the divine matrix, galactic mushroom, the lesson you learn is like, it's not that it's a harder lesson, is that you learn it in a more, they're saying pivotal. No, I've lived this. It's definitely a more, I'm not going to say traumatic, but a more visceral way. It's like maybe the first time the lesson would have been like, you experienced something and then you sat down and meditated on it and you're like, oh, I can see that. You would have had some meditative thoughts about it and some insights, and then you would have integrated it. It would have been great. But you resist looking. Let's say you resist looking. You're like, no, I'm not going to do it. You don't have that meditative time. Well, the next time that lesson comes around, it's going to be physical or emotional, right? See what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't like that. Galactic mushroom. You might have been thinking and acting like you were the only one in the dream creating your life. The galactic mushroom arrives as a playful yet potent reminder that you need to get with your higher power. The universal laws are not for your benefit only. The law of attraction does not exist just to serve up your desired outcome. The matrix of consciousness, called Source or God, Spirit, or many other names, is intricately woven into life. There is so much complexity that the human mind cannot comprehend all the moving parts. It's impossible to see beyond what you already know, just as the head of a mushroom is clearly visible above the soil, but not the living biome below. The thread-like mycelium of fungi form vast, intricate networks underground, connecting different life forms with one another, in a kind of internet of the plant kingdom. Imagine the divine matrix serving the same way, connecting the individual consciousness with that of the divine. The galactic mushroom reminds you that your dreams and desires are heard. This is a call for faith and trust. Whatever intention you hold consistently with hope and faith first manifests in the unseen realms. Whether or not you can see it working on your behalf, eventually you see the evidence play out in the serendipitous events that work in your favor, seemingly outside of the law of cause and effect. Your most beautiful results are being birthed right now, not just for you, but for the highest good of all. Ashe. Yeah. I really love that reminder because it's really easy for us to think that we are, like it's about what we want, and if we don't get it, then something's wrong. And it's like, my guides are constantly reminding me, like, one, the way that I manifest, I always create something big, okay? So my manifestations rarely happen overnight because they're so big. They involve many people, many circumstances lining up. That's how I personally create. And so I'm always being reminded of, be patient. You are connected. Your prayers are heard. They're being answered in the time that they can be answered because you're creating such big things, right? Some of you are like me. Some of you are like, oh, I want to create this, and you mean it. And the universe hears that, hears your words, feels your intention and your emotion behind your words, and says, bet, we're going to do that. And, that's going to involve literally 50,000 people, like literally, for you to have that experience that you want. Maybe not 50,000, but some of you really do want to have an experience around you, right? Like you want to experience the world differently, and it requires a lot of people. Some of you are like, I just want a new car. I'm just trying to get a new car. Okay, that's still going to take, 10 people, right? The broker, the salesman, the person with the loan, so it's not just give me what I want, right? Kid at Christmas, mom and dad go to the store, get me what I want. It's the universe literally gets to move on the hearts and minds of all the people connected to your desires to have it unfold for you. That's real. That's real. So as you think about what you're looking to create and manifest, remember that you are not it. I'm not saying you're not the shit. You the shit, I'm the shit. That's period. We all understand that. But I want you to remember that you are co-creating, okay? Garden of Venus. When the Garden of Venus appears, you are invited, actually summoned, to return to the pleasure garden of love. Oh, I love this. I'm resonating with this so heavy right now, you guys. It is time to leave the field of battle. Put your sword away. There's nothing you need to defend anymore. Step through the gate into the garden of earthly delights. Bask in the joy of the wish-fulfilling trees and the scent of the healing flowers. You have returned home. You are weary, and it is time to rest deeply and be renewed. Go into this sacred garden alone, as there is no need for another to be present to experience its pleasures. Really, stop looking for the other. Enter by yourself. Allow your senses to intoxicate you. Leave all thought behind. Lose your analytical mind and return to your body. In the Garden of Venus, there is a still pond that shows you your reflection when you stoop down to drink. Who is that staring back at you? Look at who you have become. Rinse your face with these healing waters and practice deep acceptance. Love who you have turned into, with all your imperfections and blemishes. The goddess Venus holds a mirror that allows you to see yourself in all your flawed beauty. Do not become caught in its spell. After a quick glance, take the mirror with you and return to the battlefield. that you may reveal to others who they are becoming. Then you will no longer have a use for your sword. The wisdom in that. The wisdom in that. That really speaks to me personally. And again, I'm in the collective with you that I'm reading for, so I think there's something for all of us here. I will tell you, our last reading ended on the gate, right? Stepping through the portal to the other side where everything we want is there. And in this reading of the Garden of Venus, it talks about going through the gate to rest and renewal. And we've recently talked about being a survivor and what it's like to be a survivor and what you've survived. And so I really feel this is like a call to step through the gate to rest and renewal. And allow yourself to rest. And I think there's a deeper message here. I'm just going to share how it's coming through. It's like when you're on the battlefield, when you've been on the battlefield as long as I have, as long as you probably have, as long as we have as a collective, it's easy to know yourself as a killer, as a fighter, as a warrior. And forget that before you went to war, you might have been a farmer, or you may have been a merchant, or you may have been a gardener. And then, the trumpets of war sounded and you had to outfit up and go to battle. And so it's this reading is an opportunity for you to remember, hey, like in my case, yeah, you're a fierce fighter on the battlefield, and at home, you're a sweetheart. You're a cuddly, loving, playful sweetheart. And now, thanks to years of battle, you've got some scars, but you're still a sweetheart. Very cuddly and beautiful and sweet like honey. And when the time comes, hard, tough, with a sharp edge and a sword. That's who you've become. And when you take that reflection of yourself, the both and, the this and the that of you, and you reflect it into the world around you, there's a healing that takes place. Even the people you've been fighting, they go, oh, I'm the villain and the victim. I'm both, yeah. I came across this wonderful piece last night. It's a archetype of wheels, and it shows you the positive archetypes and the shadow archetypes that they relate to. And before I went to sleep, I just kind of found myself on this wheel, both the shadow and the positive. So my positive archetype is the hero, Aries, warrior. The theme for my archetype is mastery. Yeah. My shadow is villain. Oh. And I've often found myself playing the villain in people's story. Yeah. And right across the wheel, because it's like a wheel, right across the wheel from me, of my villain shadow is the hater shadow. So I attract a lot of haters. Yeah. I attract a lot of haters. The positive aspect of the hater is the jester, the person who makes us laugh, the clown. And their theme is pleasure. Right? How perfect is that? Because this Garden of Venus card just invited us back to pleasure. Yeah. And we've been pulling the laugh and the joyful muse card, like the jester wants us to come play. So that's what's there for me. Because we talk about mirrors, and Venus holds a mirror. So does Oshun. Oshun also holds a mirror. And I think we get to be mindful of what is being reflected back to us. Like whatever we're seeing in the mirror, it doesn't mean that's our entire truth. That's not all of us. Okay? I have a shadow mirror and I have a mirror of light. I have two different mirrors, me personally. When I look into my shadow mirror, I can see my shadow self. That's part of what has allowed me to love myself so much is I crafted, you guys know I'm into the craft, the old religion. So I crafted a dark moon mirror and I can see shadows in it. And I used to have it at the front door of my house wherever I lived. And people would come over, they were always scared to look in that mirror. They never wanted to look in that mirror. It's a shadow mirror. Nobody liked looking in that mirror. I loved looking in that mirror. It really kept me honest with myself about who I am. And then I also have, regular mirrors of light, right? Where I can see, oh, I'm so sweet. I'm so beautiful. Yay. And I think both are important. I think it's important for me, I'm going to speak for myself, it's important for me to know that I'm this really sweet, beautiful person, and I'm like a stone cold killer. I'm both, okay? You have your own version of that. I'm the hero and the villain, without a doubt, without a doubt. So I encourage you to be honest, be honest with yourself about who you are, okay? And that way, when somebody else tries to project their reality onto you, you can be like, nah, that's not me. I know who I am. And you really do, okay? You really, really do. For instance, I had an interaction this past week where someone was trying to project something onto me that's just not me. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's awkward. They were looking to project the follower shadow onto me. And I was like, baby, I'm anything but I ain't a follower now. Now, I will tell you, my guides see me as a creator-destroyer with the theme of innovation, okay? So you really, again, you want to play with this. You want to understand the mirror that you hold is just that. It's just a reflection of a part of you. There's how you see yourself. There's how others see you. It's how your spirit team sees you, right? It's how your parents see you. There's how your siblings see you. There's how people on Instagram see you. All of these are aspects of yourself, but no one of them is your truth. No one of them is who you are. All of them are your truth. And can you operate in your truth with fluidity and facility at any given time, okay? 15, the one ring circus, y'all, this one. Independence, ding, 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 there's that word again. Independence is keying out as you step into your journey today. Others may not have the vision or resources that you need. Recognize that all the wisdom you've acquired along the way makes you particularly competent, capable of moving forward with assurance. Self-reliance is important. Another aspect to consider is creating and maintaining clear boundaries between you and another. Be discerning about your partnerships at this time. When you know who you are and have a healthy sense of where you end and others begin, you're able to enter into the best kind of relationships and will attract people who mirror back your wholeness. Interdependent relationships are always mutually supportive, stimulating, and transformative. You can achieve anything at this time. Excuse me. That's what we were just saying. We were just saying this. We just said this. That mirror is important. Again, excuse me guys, I've got cold water and hot water today, that's what I'm drinking. Big swallow of water. Especially as you look for these new collaborations that the tarot has been telling us is coming in, you want these to be interdependent relationships, not codependent relationships. There is a difference. Part of the interdependence comes from you knowing who you are in the shadow and in the light, not resisting that you have a shadow, being able to own that you have a shadow, okay? One of my favorite readers on YouTube, Seraphim Hearts, shout out to Taja, talks about the spectrum of delusional and diabolical. And I love that conversation because I love a little bit of delulu in my life. Who doesn't? Okay. But I do know that I have diabolical thoughts. I am very well aware. Now, to be honest, I don't usually act on them, but I have them. And it's healthy to recognize the difference between having them and acting on them. Now, I totally act on my delusional thoughts. I mean, I'm a shaman. That's what I do. Okay? Interdependence begins with you knowing who you are on your own. Independence. And then bringing your whole self to a relationship, a collaboration, a commitment, a task, a situation. Okay? Bringing the hero and the villain, the jester and the hater. Yeah? The creator and the destroyer. 54, encouragement. This card tells you that you're being gently encouraged to step into your power, into the dream of your life. New things are out there to be explored, and the nurturing power of the universe is giving you a nudge in the right direction. You will get the help you need and won't be alone in your quest. Every step you take right now is supported by the wisdom of the universe. You are on the right path. Keep going. Beautiful. I love this. I love this for us. Okay, guys. There's a lot coming through the channel. I'm gonna let this let me see. Yeah, there's something coming through about, I'm hearing it as collaborations, but I don't think that quite is all of it. So let's go to some tarot. Can we do, you guys want to do tarot? Is it time for tarot? Okay, all right, yeah, they said we get a crystal medicine card at the end. Okay, so yeah, right off at the bottom of the deck is the Lover's card. Feeling that hard, that's what I'm talking about. There's some type of connection coming in. The Lover's card is not romantic, you guys. King of Cups and the Lovers. Yeah. Nine of Swords, the Lovers. Dang, the Lovers deep. I'm telling you, something's coming through about a connection. Judgment and the Lovers. Good Lord. I just shuffled all those times and I saw the Lovers each and every time. Let me just throw some cards. Let's sing some cards out here. No, I want Six of Cups, Temperance, 4 Pentacles reverse. This one. Now we know that. Okay. Listen, Mikael Metatron. Get clear, concise messages out here for the collective. Okay. Ancestors, bring it. Somebody's not sleeping at night. Let's get it. Clear, concise, too many cards. Number 2, number 9, what we say? Yeah, it came out reversed, but I'm gonna put it there. Yeah. Let me tell you what, I'm gonna show you how they're coming out. So you know. Because some of you read tarot, so you get this. Sometimes when it's like this, let me move this. I'm going to move the runes over so you can try to see as many cards as possible. One day soon, I will have a better setup so you can see all the cards, like all the cards as they come out. But you know, I have a bunch of devices to record all this on and tripods and stuff. I don't have a lot of room where I am right now to set all the things up the way I want to, so we survive. So you got the 9 of Swords, the High Priestess, 3 of Cups, and the Page of Wands reversed. 9 of Swords is the only card that's upright right now. Okay. All right. I want jumpers all day long, please. Give me one at a time, and let's make them jump. No flips, jumps. But I got that's the energy. 7 of Wands. That's the energy. Ooh, the Lovers and the Devil. Lord Jesus, I'm telling you. Yeah, so this energy is slick energy. This energy does not like. Ugh. That's this energy. Hangman reverse. That's what this is. Suki now. But that's what time it is. This is what time it is, though. There's that justice. Look at my eye coming out here. Yeah, my eye. This is your reading, baby. If you've been following tarot reading your own cards or just out there in the ethers, there's very little I have to say. I will say some things at the end, but we're just going to let the cards talk for now, okay? Your majors out here are the High Priestess reversed, the Hangman reversed, Justice, Magician, and Death upright. Your lead card is the Nine of Swords. And right now, who you've got out here is your Page of Wands reversed, your King of Swords upright, your Knight of Cups upright, okay? Those are the players right now as we have them. Yeah, take this reading as it resonates for you. We got a King of Cups reversed. He came out reversed earlier. We're going to leave him reversed, okay? All right. All right, what else? Too many cards. I see that Wheel of Fortune now. And that Eight of Swords. Too many cards. Let me get some clear, concise messages out here, please. There it is. Yeah. It's happened way faster than anybody thought it was going to. And I think, you know, Page of Pentacles. Yeah. 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 Biggie Smalls, that shit is played out. I'm scratching my head. Yeah. Let me put it like this. It's the Star. You already know she ain't got no clothes on. And the Four of Wands. 3 next to the 4. Boom. Oof. I'm telling you, there it is. We knew that was coming because that's what this is about. That's what it's about. This whole reading, okay? Because I it's like the whole energy is about connections. From Ma'at to the mushrooms to the Garden of Venus, it's about how connected are you with yourself and your truth, because that determines the quality of your connections with the people around you, period. If you are not connected with yourself, if you are not connected with your truth, all of your connections in the world around you are going to be faulty. That means the moment something tumultuous happens, they're gonna drop. They're gonna be wrecked. They'll be wrecked. Nobody has to like that. Get another deck. Okay. All right. The B Tarot. This is we're gonna keep the energy light. Keep the energy light. Yeah. Because this is justice and judgment. You know, you've got the majors being real major. Majors are major out here. And so we're gonna keep the energy light. Because listen, when karma gets served, it's not about, yeah, it's no nanny boo boo, right? It's not like, you're down and I'm up. It's not like that. It's like, okay, when karma gets served, it's time for compassion. And I will say this is someone who's been on the receiving end of karma, and nobody in my life had compassion for me. It's a part of what has made my dharma so sweet. As I watch karma come for others now, they're in the position that I was in. I have compassion for them. I can offer them what they couldn't offer me. That's love. That is true love. When you can offer someone what they cannot offer you, and you do so willingly, without guile. It's not a sacrifice. You're not martyring anything. Compassion isn't martyrdom. It's not even condoning foolishness. It's compassion. That's me saying, hey, I recognize what you're going through. I've been there, and I understand. That's hard as hell. I mean, my heart, man, that's hard as hell. That's compassion. All right, here we go. Your Pentacles, I'm telling you, it's always been about this. It's always been about this. Ever since I was a jit, I've been the shit. I'm telling you, that's what it's about. It's about you always being the shit. My Queen of Wands. So sexy still. It's always been about who are you? Who are you going to connect and collaborate with? Who are you going to give your love to? Who you gonna create with? That's what everybody's doing. See, everybody. See how that when that first deck, all that masculine energy came out? A lot of people wanted to be the one. A lot of people wanted to be the one because they saw you as a star. Lovers. Princess of Pentacles. 9 of Cups, 10 of Wands. Ain't that the truth? Oh, too many cards. Look at that fox. Look at that fox. Look at that, look at that fox. Somebody thought they was slick. Thought they was going to come up on your energy to get the 10 of Pentacles, but you said, no, I don't think so. 10 of Pentacles laying right on that 3 of Swords. I don't think so. I don't think so. 4 of Cups are first. It's like because I'm timeless, 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 ooh, timeless. Yes. It's because, Lord Jesus, I'm telling you. It's like immature energy wanted to, the mirror, y'all, 3606. Immature energies wanted to project their immaturity onto you, like you wouldn't recognize that they were using you. I'm like, you said, big boy, use her and abuse her, right? But you did. The star again reversed. So they saw you as a star. There's something about that they didn't like. It's like they wanted to be the star. They wanted to be the star. So they thought if they could project their experience onto you and make you feel like them, then that would obviously make them feel like you. They would get to be the one dancing and skipping and having a good old time. But that's not how it works. Partially because of this galactic mushroom. We're all connected. Yeah. So whatever they push onto you is absolutely going to be reflected back to them. Yeah, somebody didn't know how things actually work. How things actually work. How things actually get done. They didn't understand that. Which is interesting. Because it's an Ace of Wands energy. It's like, this is literally elementary, my dear Watson. Elementary. 6 of Swords. But you're gone. You're like, bye. I'm telling you. You said I got better things to do. Because you know who you are. And you know who you're not. And these jealous, petty energies can get the gone somewhere. Get gone. Give me one more. Yeah, you surrendered that. You said bye. Hey man, 6 of Swords. You said I'm out. I'm out. You got time for this? I'm timeless. I ain't got time for this because I'm timeless. I think that's it. I think we're gonna get some crystal energy. Shoot, that's it. That's all she wrote. We're gonna get some crystal energy and dreamscape. We're gonna bounce. Yeah, it's all. Listen now. I'm telling you, it gives the player got played, but I'm gonna tell you, it gives the poker table. It's the poker table. I'm gonna keep trying to censor my profanity because y'all know I got the mouth of a sailor. I told you I'm the captain of a pirate ship in an alternate timeline. That's real. It's like you walk up to the poker table, and because no, this is even better. I'm a real lifer. So yesterday, the family and I went to a local Tai Chi class. It was our first time going to the Tai Chi class, and it was our last class of the season, so it was a Tai Chi class and a Christmas party. It was so cute. It was so cute. So this is being recorded like mid-December, right? When I say December 19th. So we walk in, and we're a multi-ethnic family, okay? And the room is pretty diverse. Pretty diverse. Considering where I live, I was definitely shocked, surprised, grateful, and amazed. The instructor's Japanese. Love it for all of us, okay? And so again, this is our first time in this Tai Chi class. Okay, you guys, what they don't know is that I've been practicing Tai Chi since 2010. It's now 2024. I've been practicing Tai Chi for that long. And in 2020, during the pandemic, the Tai Chi instructor that I follow, Dr. Paul Lam, if you know Tai Chi, you gotta know Dr. Paul Lam, put his entire Tai Chi course that I was taking with an instructor in person online so we could keep practicing at our own pace during the pandemic. So during 2020, I mean, I really got to go in on my Tai Chi, and it was such a great time to be in Tai Chi 2020. I had a lot happen that year, as many of you did. It was a very pivotal year for me, as it was for many of you. It was number 6 for year for me numerology-wise. I mean, I just remember it. You know, I turned 40 that year. It was a lot. And so to have Tai Chi was brilliant. So we walk into this Tai Chi class yesterday as the new people, right? And I'm telling you, this is the energy this reading gives. We go in, and they take a look at our family, and they're like, oh, okay, well, this is their first class. They don't know what's going on. We're going to tell them what's happening. But because it was the last class of the season and a Christmas party, they didn't have time to instruct. It was just like, okay, we're gonna do our Tai Chi walk. We're gonna warm up, do our Tai Chi walk, and go through our sets, and then cool down, and then you'll just have to follow along, right, as best you can. Okay. I was like, okay, bet. Let's do it. So we do Tai Chi. Now, here's what's really great. At the beginning of the class, y'all, at the end of class, this woman comes over to me and she goes, hey, we want to take a picture. Will you take the picture of the whole class? And I'm like, sure, it's no problem. Great, let's do it. First of all, this is my first session with y'all, so I don't want to be in the group picture. I'm not a part of the group like that. Does that make sense? I'm not in your group, so I'm okay. So she passes me the camera. And then the instructor's like, oh, but tell your kids to get in the picture. Right? I'm like, okay, let me ask my kids, because my kids are beautiful. They are beautiful children, and they like to have their pictures taken. So it's like, hey, you guys want to get the picture? They're like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's cool, it's cool. So we get them in the picture. And then they turn to their dad, my co-parent, and they're like, hey, you should get in the picture too. And he just kind of looked at the woman, and he's like, nah, I'm going to stay here with her. Because at this point, you got to get, I'm the only person who looks like me in the room. That's how I'm going to put it, okay? And I would have been the only person not in the picture. So the father of my children were like, yeah, he's like, I'm uncomfortable with it. I'm uncomfortable with this. We're not going to do it. I'm going to hang back with her while she takes this picture. You know? And I really, really love and appreciate him for that. Like, for real, right? So I take the picture, and we commence the class. The warm-up. And if you've done Tai Chi, you know. It's Tai Chi. It's Tai Chi. And we're doing Sun style Tai Chi, right? That is like the most universally practiced Tai Chi here in the United States. So I know what we're doing. So we start warm up, I warm up. We start the Tai Chi walk, I'm Tai Chi walking. We start saying, I'm busted, I'm doing the move. I'm doing Tai Chi, I've been doing it for 14 years, dang. Now, at the end of the class, here come the lady who gave me the camera at the beginning. Oh, you're really good at this. I said, well, thank you. Now, it's also Tai Chi, so in my mid-40s, you know I'm one of the youngest people in the room, right? So I go, thank you so much. And she looked at me, she goes, have you done Tai Chi before? I said, yes, ma'am, for the past 14 years. Oh, okay, I was wondering why you were so good. She walked away. That's what this reading is giving. Somebody thought that because you showed up at the last session, you showed up late to the party, that you didn't know the steps. They thought you didn't know the moves. They thought you didn't know the play. So they thought they was going to play you. They thought they was going to teach you something. They thought they was going to take something from you and leave you empty-handed. But the joke's on them. Because it turns out, you're a goddamn master. You know what I'm hearing, Gandalf? A wizard is never late. He arrives precisely when he's meant to. So they thought you was late, but you weren't late. You arrived exactly when you were meant to. Apparently, it's a test to them. It's a test to their humility. It's a test to them, right? Like, Are you so stuck on yourself that can you recognize another master? There is an innocence in those who've mastered something. Because once you master something, you recognize, oh, now there's something new for me to learn. And so a true master always has beginner's mind. A master doesn't show up and go, I'm a master. They're like, hey, so what are we doing here? Okay, let me jump in. Creating space for their experience to support whatever's happening. They'll share the experience they have, but they don't force you to take it. But they're also a master. If they see you going in a direction that's not fruitful or beneficial, they're not going to follow. They might even say, hey, I'm not going to go in that direction. I've had experience with this and it doesn't seem safe. But I'm going to let you do what you need to do to gain your own mastery, okay? Sodalite, the master crystal devil, se omel. On this day, with Sodalite by your side, the conscious, subconscious, and high spiritual minds are uniting to manifest a new vision that has been hidden inside you. In the coming days, you are encouraged to speak truthfully about your emotions, which will create a freedom of attachment to that around you and open the doors for a new world with you at its center. The most difficult thing in manifesting a new path in the world is allowing our focus, which is predominantly mental, to move through the emotional body into the etheric and then physically manifest. To facilitate this, we must remember that emotional focus is the act of truthfulness with self. And it is the voice of this that Sodalite offers to you as a gift. A world focused on truth is a world surrounded in love. A world surrounded in love must act with love. And such directed love unites, enlightens, and gives rise to more truth. The affirmation for Sodalite: I am the perfected vision, the new vision of light. Gosh, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else to say. Yeah, they said we can do a dreamscape oracle, but we don't have to. The truth, you guys, the truth. Balance. The truth. There's something powerful. It's almost like right now the truth can be seen, but even though it can be seen, it's still important for you to speak your truth, okay? Because I think that's a part of what happened in the past. You walk in late. Like we go into the Tai Chi class. It's not like I walk in and announce, I've been doing it for 14 years, I know what to do. I didn't do that. I slid into a spot and I began my warm-up. There's nothing to say. This is the last class of the season. I'm not there to do anything but get my Tai Chi on, you know. Get some balance, because I love the balance that Tai Chi provides. But when someone says, oh, have you done this before? Absolutely, I have to speak my truth. Yes, ma'am, 14 years. The idea of a binary is a human concept. We contain both one and another inside our genetic makeup. Balance sits outside of this duality. They follow their vibration, their own story. They can often be positive, revealing the good that sits inside us all. They can also be gloomy, as they give in to the dark emotions that lie feral, waiting to attack. Balance sits somewhere in between. They know what it's like to carry both sides. Balance blends the best and the worst, presenting us all a new opportunity to experience the whole of creation. Look for the positive in the negative and temper your emotions. I love it. This goes back to that wheel, the archetype wheel I was sharing with you at the beginning, where it lines up the good or the positive and the shadow archetypes and the theme. I will probably post that on the community tab so you can have that and see it, because it's so wonderful to have. But this has been your reading. I hope that it's brought you some empowerment in this time of transition. Wherever you are, whenever you are, trust your path, trust your process, and trust your purpose. Ashe.